Hey friends, for today's class, we are going to focus on strengthening the posterior chain, the hip flexors, and for those of you who are hikers, explorers, climbers, you've come to the right place. So let's get started on our mats. Find your way into an easy, comfortable seat. Go ahead and grab any props that you may need, such as a block or two. You want to find some length from the sit bones all the way up through the crown of your head. Close your eyes. Take this time to settle and arrive. Inhaling through the nose and exhaling out through the nose. Deep inhale and long exhale. Deep inhale and long exhale. Deep inhale. Audible exhale out through the mouth. Deep inhale. Audible exhale out through the mouth. Let it go. We'll get started off in our tabletop position. Wrists underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. Press the ground away from you with your fingertips and the inner knuckles. And create circles over the wrists. And feel free to explore some movement here. It doesn't matter how or what you look like, as long as you can tap into the physicality of your own nature. And you can switch directions. Just go at your own pace, go at your own rhythm. Connect with your natural rhythm of your breath. And then you're going to extend your left leg out side of your mat. Make sure your left foot is in line with your right knee. Tuck your back right toes in, and your back toes are going to steer you forward. And sink the hips down low towards your heels. Press down on all four corners of that left foot. Try to find some sensation into the inner thighs and in the hip flexors. And as you make your way up, thread your right arm underneath your left. Twist to the side. Find this opening in the shoulders. And slowly return back to center. Bring the left knee underneath your hips. As you extend the right leg out this time, right foot in line with right knee. Sink your hips to the back of the mat. Press down on all four corners of that right foot. As you make your way forward, exhale sinks you back. You might notice that one side might be tighter than the other. And that's okay, just bring an awareness to it. Just move in your space. Then draw the right. Sorry about that. And then as you return to center, thread the left arm underneath the right. You could walk your right hand out in front of you as you wish. Twist. Breathe into the side body. Breathe into the shoulders. Just create space. And slowly make your way up to center. Bring your right leg underneath your hips. And we're just going to take a series of cat-cow poses. Take an inhale. On your exhale, tuck the tailbone in as you round out through the upper thoracic spine. Separate the shoulder blades as much as you can. Inhale, tailbone untucks, comes towards the sky. Squeeze the shoulder blades in together this time. This is your cow pose. Take an inhale. As you exhale, squeeze down. Resist the mat away from you. Tuck your tailbone in into your cat pose. Inhale, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Untuck the tailbone. And last round, exhale, come into your cat pose. Inhale, cow pose. And tuck all 10 toes to the back of the mat. Press your way into downward facing dog. Now I want you to pedal out through the legs. Sometimes our hamstrings tend to get really tight from all of those trails. And just walk your feet out. Don't be concerned about the heels grounding down to the mat. What's important is sending your hips high towards the sky. So keep your legs bent in your downward facing dogs in your practice today. Ground down through the fingertips, through the inner knuckles. Resist the ground away. Wrap your triceps in towards your body. Plug the thigh bones into hip sockets. Engage your core. Take an inhale. Bottom of the exhale, hover your knees close towards the mat and straighten out your legs piece by piece. Unravel through the spine, high plank pose. Lower the knees to hover just an inch or two above the mat as you press back, downward facing dog. Take an inhale. As you exhale, lower the knees to hover over the mat and begin to straighten, unfurl piece by piece, high plank pose. Exhale, hover the knees over the mat to take you into downward facing dog. Inhale, the right leg lifts up towards the sky. Bend the right leg and step your right foot to the outside of right hand. Drop your back leg down as you twist open towards the right. Inhale. As you exhale, begin to straighten that front leg to the best of your ability. And if you can't, don't worry about keeping a micro bend to that leg. Or if you want to experiment, you can bend your left leg down. Modified pyramid pose. Drop the right foot to the outside of your mat as the left foot meets the outside of left hand. Find some buoyancy in the legs here. Try to separate the knees from each other as we are in our active squats. You can reach the arms in front of you to counterbalance. Take an inhale. As you exhale, begin to straighten out through the legs and bring your hands to heart center. Inhale, reach the arms up towards the sky. Exhale, sink the hips back low into your active squat. Inhale, plant the palms, right foot steps to the back of the mat, followed by the left. Downward facing dog. Left leg reaches up high towards the sky. Bend the left leg. Ripple forward so that the left foot lands to the outside of left hand. Drop your back leg down. Inhale to twist open. Expand your wings. As we exhale, straighten out that front leg, modified pyramid pose. Find some length through the crown of your head. Drop the left foot to the outside of your mat as the right foot meets the outside of right hand. Inhale to active squat. Exhale, straighten out through the legs. Hands come to heart center. Inhale, reach up, look up. Exhale, sink the hips down low, active squat. Palms plant down onto the earth. Left foot meets the right. Gaze forward as we take a full push-up. High plank, knees and forearms come down to the ground. Use your toes to pull your way into upward facing dog. And exhale takes you downward facing dog. And that was the awakening yoga vinyasa. You can take the vinyasa or you can skip it. The choice is yours. Take a moment here. For the next 3 rounds, use this opportunity to step forward into your active squat, or you could float up into your active squat. Take a deep inhale. Lift the heels, bend the knees, gaze between the thumbs, either step or float into your active squat. Inhale. Exhale, straighten out through the legs, hands come to heart center. Inhale, reach the arms up, look up. Exhale, sink the hips down low, active squat. Palms plant down onto the earth, look forward. Step your way into your vinyasa or skip it. Knees and forearms drop down to the ground. Pull your way, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. No pause here. Lift the heels, bend the legs, look forward. Either step or float into your active squat. Inhale, reach the arms forward. Exhale, straighten out through the legs. Inhale, hands come up towards the sky. Exhale, sink the hips down low, active squat. Palms plant down to the earth, look forward. Step your way into high plank. Take the full push-up. Knees and forearms drop down to the earth. Pull your way upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. One last round here, guys. Lift the heels, bend the legs, gaze forward, either step or float into your active squat. Exhale, straighten out through the legs, hands come to heart center. Inhale, reach up, look up. Exhale, sink the hips down low. Inhale, hands come down to the earth. Step back into your vinyasa or skip it. Knees and forearms come down. Pull your way upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. We'll take 5 full breaths. Tap into your Ujjayi breath. Take this moment to recenter. Grip the mat with your fingertips. Push your hips back into space. Lift the right leg up towards the sky. Bend the right leg and step the right foot in between the palms. Rise up into double bent leg lunge. Reach the arms up for counterbalance. Wrap that right hip underneath you. And follow along as we lower down our knee. Go slow to tap the mat. For 1, for 2, 3, 4. Drive out through the heels. And 5. Straighten out that back leg to the best of your ability. Hands come to heart center. Lean your way forward into crouching warrior. Keep that standing leg bent. Take an inhale. As we exhale, straighten out through that standing leg. Reach your arms up for counterbalance as the left foot slowly makes its way to the back of the mat. Find your high crescent lunge. Inhale, thumbs to the base of the skull. Exhale to reach back. Hands come down towards the earth. Find your 3-legged dog. Look forward. Bend that standing leg as you pull into upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Left side now. Lift the left leg up towards the sky. Bend the left leg and land the left foot to the inside of the palms. Rise up into your double bent leg lunge. This time, wrap the left hip underneath you. Reach the arms up towards the sky. Slowly begin to lower your right knee to tap down on the mat for 1. For 2. Drive back through the heel. For 3. 4. And 5, extend and straighten that back leg to the best of your ability. Hands come to heart center. Lean your way forward into crouching warrior. Pull your collarbones forward. Exhale, straighten out through that left leg. Inhale, find your high crescent lunge. Thumbs to the base of the skull. Reach back. Plant the palms to the mat. 3-legged dog. Left leg reaches up. Bend that right leg as you pull your way into upward facing dog. Exhale takes you back downward facing dog. We'll do the next 2 rounds at pace. Lift the right leg up high towards the sky. Bend the right leg. Step forward so that the right foot meets between the palms. Rise up, double bent leg lunge. We're not going to do the knee taps here, so straighten out that back leg to the best of your ability. Hands come to heart center. As you lean your way, pull your collarbones forward into crouching warrior. Inhale. Exhale, straighten out through that leg. Inhale, high crescent lunge. Thumbs to the base of the skull. Reach back. Plant the palms. 3-legged dog. Pull your way into upward facing dog. Exhale takes you back downward facing dog. This time the left leg reaches up high towards the sky. Bend the left leg. Land the left foot to the inside of the palms. Double bent leg lunge. Take an inhale. Exhale, hands come to heart center. Lean your way forward into crouching warrior. Focus on your balance. Exhale, straighten out that left leg. Reach the arms out for counterbalance as you find your high crescent lunge. Thumbs to the base of the skull. Reach back. Plant the palms, 3-legged dog, and pull your way into upward facing dog. Exhale sends you downward facing dog. Lift the right leg up high towards the sky. Bend the right leg. Step the right foot to the inside of the palms. Double bent leg lunge. You know where we're going. Hands come to heart center. Pull your collarbones forward into crouching warrior. Exhale, straighten out through that leg. Inhale, reach your arms in front of you as you find your high crescent lunge. Thumbs to the base of the skull. Reach back. Plant the palms, 3-legged dog. The right leg lifts. And pull your way into upward facing dog. Exhale sends you back downward facing dog. Last side, lift the left leg up towards the sky. Bend the left leg, land the left foot to the inside of the palms. Rise up, double bent leg lunge. Hands come to heart center. Pull your collarbones forward to find your balance in crouching warrior. Exhale, straighten out through that leg. Reach the arms up in front of you as you find your way into high crescent lunge. Thumbs to the base of the skull, reach back. Plant the palms. Left leg reaches up high towards the sky. Bend the standing leg as you pull your way into upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a 10-count journey to the top of the mat. You could either tiptoe your way, gaze between the thumbs, or you could take 10 little hops. The journey is yours for 10. 9, keep your gaze between the thumbs. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend your legs as you fold over. For hiking, for trekking, for climbing, the tendency is for our hamstrings to get tight. So make sure you keep your legs bent in your forward fold. Create this connection between the belly and your thighs. It's not important to straighten it as long as your belly is connected to the legs. Reach out for opposite elbows as you sway side to side, creating this ragdoll sensation. As we inhale, we lift halfway up. Exhale, fold. And we're going to ground down through all 10 toes of our feet. Rise up, tuck your tailbone in. And in Awakening Yoga, we call this circle chair. Unfurl through the spine as we lower down. Inhale, tuck the tailbone in, rise up one vertebrae at a time. Exhale, tuck the tailbone out. One last round here. Tailbone tucks in. Root to rise. Fold over the legs. And we'll make our way over onto our butts. And we're going to journey into our Ardha Navasana, low boat pose. Extend the legs in front of you, extend the arms. And what is a class for hikers without a bit of core work? Come down to lower for a second here. Take a deep inhale, and we're going to flutter our legs as if you're swimming in a river. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, rise, engage the core as you flutter your legs for 30. Keep it going. You guys are doing great here. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 12, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hug the knees in towards the chest. Great job. And sway side to side. And we're just going to take a few rocks up. Use your core to stop you from going too far forward. And we're going to slowly come up into Uttanasana, forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale. As we exhale, we're going to step our left foot towards the back of the mat and find this low lunge. You could walk your foot to the outside of right hand, pull your collarbones forward, drive that back heel towards the back of the room, and just breathe here. Find a sense of calm. And exhale, slowly lower that back leg down to the earth. Reach your right arm in front of you. Backstroke your way to find that left foot. And if you can't reach that foot, don't worry, you could always drive that heel onto the butt. And if this is too much for your knees, you could always pad your knee with a blanket, with a towel, anything that will make you feel comfortable in this pose. But for those of you who could grab your foot, make sure that you kick your foot into your hand. Twisted lizard lunge. Roll down that left shoulder blade down onto the arm. Kick that foot into your hand for 3, 2, on 1. Slowly release that foot as it slowly lowers down towards the back of the mat. Gaze forward, then send your hips towards the back of the room. Drive your right heel into the earth. Ardha Hanumanasana, half splits. Adjust your stance as needed. Try to flex the foot so that the toes are pointing towards you. It's always really great to stretch into our hip flexors as our hips bear a lot of weight in our day packs. Just try to get tall, find length through the crown of the head from the sit bones. Imagine that your tailbone wants to kiss the sky. And make your way forward. You could either stay here Into this Chandrasana Lunge, just make sure you untuck the toes and you stretch the top of your feet down. You can stay here, but for those of you who would like an extra oomph, a little bit of a challenge, you're going to begin by driving down on that left foot, tops of the feet, as if the feet want to puncture a hole down to the earth. And you're going to straighten out that leg, drive up, reach the arms in front on top. Take an inhale. Exhale, cactus, open the arms. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, cactus, open. Inhale, reach up. Last one, cactus, open the arms. Then palms meet the earth. You could either stay into this half splits, or for those of you who would like to take full Hanumanasana, go ahead and do so now. But for those of you who would like the half splits option, go back to it. It is there for you. This practice is yours to modify and intensify as you need it to be. Wrap that right hip behind you as you pull the left hip forward. Find some length. Open up the hips. For 3, 2, on 1, wherever you are, come back into your half splits. We're going to make our forward into standing splits. You could either keep your fingertips onto the mat, or if you want an extra challenge, you could grab onto your ankle. Holding here for 5, 4, 3, 2, on 1, the left foot meets the right. Top of the mat, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. This time the right foot steps onto the back of the mat. Wiggle your left foot to the outside of left hand. We're going to come into this extended lizard lunge. Pull your collarbones forward. Try to up dog that chest forward. Drive down through the back right heel. Find an ease and steadiness through your breath. It's there for you. It's available. Use it. Hold it here for 3, 2, and 1. Drop that right leg down onto the mat. Backstroke that left arm and grab onto the right foot this time. Again, for those of you who can't reach the right foot, just drive that heel onto the butt as much as possible. Twist open. Roll the right shoulder blade down onto the arm, into the back body. Maybe close your eyes as you feel the stretch. Hold it here for 3, 2, on 1. Release the back foot. Slowly, gently allow it to land onto the back of the mat. And slowly shift your hips towards your heel. Find your Ardha Hanumanasana, half splits. Use your hands to give yourself some length. Tailbone tries to reach up towards the sky as you flex your left foot so that the toes are pointing towards you. Try to focus on getting that left pinky toe to face you for an added challenge. Just breathe into your space. Then shift your weight forward. You can wiggle your foot back closer towards the center of the mat, allowing yourself a more stable foundation into our next pose, Chandrasana Lunge. Untuck the back toe. Drive the top of the right foot down to the back of the mat. You can either stay here, of course, or if you want an extra challenge, rise up. Reach your arms on top. Exhale, cactus, open the arms. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, cactus, open. Inhale, reach up. Last one. Exhale, cactus, open. Palms come down to the earth. Make your way either into Ardha Hanumanasana, the half splits, or if you want to work on your full Hanumanasana, full splits, go ahead and do so. Just take a moment here to find some sense of ease. And wherever you are, just stay upright. Hold it here for 3, 2, on 1. Bring that left leg closer towards you. Lean your weight forward into standing splits. Try to drive that heel up towards the sky to the best of your ability. Grab onto the ankles for an extra challenge through your balance. Hold it here for 3, 2, on 1. Right foot meets the left. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. This time as you exhale, plant the right foot to the back of the mat, followed by the left. Drive the heels towards the back of the room, and we'll slowly lower down for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take your left hand, bring it towards the 10 o'clock direction outside of the mat. Likewise, take your right hand and take it towards the 2 o'clock direction outside of the mat. Rest the forehead down here for a moment. As we inhale, we lift up through the chest, squeeze the shoulder blades in together. As we exhale, we lower down. Imagine that you are a wave in the ocean as we rise. And exhale, lower. Inhale, rise. And exhale to lower. Inhale, rise. Pause at the top. Exhale to release. Rest an ear onto the mat. A few moments here. Then come back to center. This time we're going to do Locus Pose. If there's one thing that strengthens the posterior chain, your back, it is Locus Pose. Reach the arms back towards the back of the room as if you're trying to reach out for something behind you. Lift the chest up. Float the legs up. Stay heavy in the hips here. Point through the toes for 5, 4, 3, 2, on 1. Release. Rest your opposite ear onto the mat. I would do so, but that would compromise the audio quality of this class. And it's always really important to strengthen the posterior chain, as our spine helps us walk tall on a daily basis. For the next round, you could either take Locus Pose, and another option here is to take Bow Pose. And for Bow Pose, grab onto your ankles. Avoid trying to splay your knees out wide like this. Keep your knees close together as if they want to meet, but do not touch. Inhale to prepare. On your exhale, drive the heels up towards the sky. Lift the chest up. Stay heavy in the hips. Squeeze the shoulder blades in together. For 3, 2, on 1. Push into your child's pose. Sit heavy in the heels. Reach your arms in front of you. You could even tent your fingertips for a deeper stretch. Breathe into the side body. Deep inhale. Audible exhale out through the mouth. Inhale takes us up. Press your way back into your downward facing dog. Lift your right leg up high towards the sky. Bend that right leg. Ripple forward so that the right foot lands to the outside of right hand. Reach your arms in front of you. And as we bring our arms over towards the back, I want you to turn your all 10 toes towards the right. Horizon lunge. Exhale brings you back to center. Inhale, reach back. Exhale brings you back to center. Just keep doing that, but if you want a bit of a challenge, come into your horizon lunge. Come back to center and find your way into Skandasana. You could grab on to the floor here if Skandasana is not available to you. But for those of you who would like to take Skandasana, we're going to travel on, drive that heel in towards the mat, and come on forward, horizon lunge. Reach your way forward, hand plants onto the mat. Find your way into downward facing dog. Send the hips up high into space. Lift the left leg up towards the sky. Bend through the left leg. Land the left foot to the outside of left hand. Reach your left arm out in front of you. Then I want you to turn all 10 toes towards the left this time. Horizon lunge. Sink the hips as low as you can go. Inhale takes you back to center. Exhale, horizon lunge. Inhale takes you back to center. Exhale, horizon lunge. And for those of you who want a bit of a challenge after your horizon lunge, find your Skandasana, drive down through that back heel, come back forward, come into downward facing dog. Make your way so that your feet land in between your palms. You could step or float. Either way, we'll make it onto our butts. I want you to hug your left knee in towards your chest. We want to close off through the joints here before we enter into Janishasana. So close off that joint. Then we're going to lower that left knee down onto the side and press your left heel in towards the inner thigh of your right leg. Press it down, and it's important to hinge from the hips and not hinge from the spine as you lower down into your Janishasana. Reach the arms in front of you, on top of you. Take an inhale. As you exhale, slowly lower down. I want you to stay active in this right leg. Press down and flex your foot so that the toes are facing towards you. Create that activation. Don't be too concerned about reaching the toes. Just find a place of ease. Stay easy. And if you have a block, you could simply rest the block on your forehead if you wish. And inhale, slowly rise up. We're just going to switch sides. Extend your left leg out this time. Hug that right knee in towards your chest. Close off through the joint. Then bring the right foot down. Press your right foot into the inside of that left leg, into the inner thighs. Inhale to reach up. And as we exhale, we lower down. Flex the foot. Use that right foot to press into the inner left thigh. Find some release into the hamstrings. Try to slow your energy down. And inhale, slowly rise back to center. Extend both legs in front of you. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, fold over your legs. You could keep your legs bent here. Remember, what's important is our connection from our thighs to our belly. It doesn't matter whether you can reach your toes or not. So let go of all of those notions about flexibility. If you want to create a more active stretch, press the heels away from you. Toes pointing towards your body. Find the stretch in your hamstrings. A few more breaths. Take an inhale. As you exhale, slowly rise up. And we're just going to take your feet in towards each other, almost like this butterfly pose. We want to create this opening into the hip flexors. Press your feet towards each other, heels pressing against heels, toe mounts on toe mounts. And we're just going to find some movement, fluttering our legs up and down. I used to love this in my elementary school PE classes. This is actually a great way into opening up the hips. We work through extension, external and internal rotation and flexion of the hips here. And it's really important to work on the hips because hikers and mountain climbers bear a lot of weight on the hips from their day packs. I should know because I hiked Kilimanjaro, and my hips were feeling really, really tight from that hike because we were carrying like 15 kilos each. And then just release. And find your Gomukhasana. Bring the left leg underneath the right. And we're just going to bring our right arm underneath the left. If you want a deeper stretch, you can lean your way forward. This is a great stretch for the shoulders as well. Wherever you are, come back to center, and we're going to switch legs. This time the left leg goes over the right. And you might feel that your hips are feeling more open than previously. The left arm goes underneath the right. Again, if you want a deeper stretch, extend your arms out. Create that opening in the shoulders. Create that release. And inhale takes you back to center. Unwrap the bind. And we'll slowly make our way onto our backs. Find your figure 4, right ankle over the left leg. Hug your left leg in towards your body. Ground down on the right hip. Try to soften up through the back. Try to slow down your energy. The hard work is over. And we're going to create these Gomukhasana legs on our backs. And we're going to bring this bind over towards the left side. Twist. It's always great to end a practice with a twist to allow our spines to become neutral again. Sometimes not sometimes, but most of the time we confuse or mistake lower back pain when it's actually coming from the hip flexors, since our psoas muscles attaches to our lumbar spine. And return to center. And we're going to switch sides. This time the left ankle goes over the right leg. Create this figure 4 or reclined pigeon. Hug the right leg closer towards your chest. Feel that opening in the outer hip. Ground down through that left hip. Begin to soften the jaw, soften the eyes. And we're going to create these Gomukhasana legs. This time the left leg over the right and twist over towards the right. Find ease into your space. Don't be too concerned of grounding down the left shoulder. Just focus on the knees. Come back to center. Release the bind and grab onto opposite edges of your feet. Find your happy baby pose. Settle into it. You could even grab onto the big toes with your peace fingers, and you could straighten it out, stretch it out for a deeper stretch. Again, we're just looking for sensation here. This is your last folding shape for your practice today. Just try to slow your energy down. All homes are built differently, but can you build the fibers of your own being? And when you're ready, release the feet and softly land the heels into opposite corners of the mat. Rest your arms along to your sides, palms facing up. And enter into your Shavasana. Close your eyes, soften the shoulders. Process the journey from where you were to where you are. And like for every adventure, we learn that the journey is the destination, whether you're hiking up a mountain, traversing through a rainforest, coasting along the shoreline. Just find your way back home. Take as much time as you need into your Shavasana. As always, it was a pleasure and an honor to share this breath, this practice, this movement with you. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe to this page for more classes, more flows. And I hope to practice with you soon. I hope that your next adventure is full of magical and unexpected surprises. Thank you for your practice. I bow down to you and all of your efforts. Namaste.